Wait, we go like this, right?
Ooh.
Slobs, restart this. Oh, we cannot swear.
Do whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
This closed? Oh, my God.
What do you think? Adults, welcome.
What are our topics for
Welcome.
today?
Thank you for
Hold on.
joining me.
Restart it. Restart it.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of Slobs Anonymous. I am your host, Joey C., accompanied by my co-host,
KB.
KB. How you doing?
I am good. How are you?
Very good. When you're in high spirits, I'm in high spirits.
I'm ready for
you
this
came in here
episode.
floating on a cloud, tweedling in on your tiptoes. So I'm in a good mood.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
It's been a week. It's been a pretty boring week. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What have you been doing?
What did I have? The highlight, and it's not a highlight because I don't like it, was I went to the dentist.
Oh, how was it?
I gotta get a fucking cavity filled in October.
You do?
Yeah.
You know they check your blood pressure now.
Who does?
The dentist for cavity fills.
I didn't check mine.
They will.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because they have to. I don't know why, but that happened to Tony. He went to get a cavity filled, and they checked his blood pressure. They said it was too high, so they couldn't fill the cavity, so he left. He was so pissed off.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it's like a requirement now.
Maybe because you might bleed out if you're high.
I don't know.
Like high blood pressure.
But I think he automatically gets nervous when he goes to the dentist. So
Anything medical, I'm right there with him. Though.
yeah, so I think he just
I'm not a fan.
automatically freaks out more than even if he wouldn't.
Yeah.
35
years old, and I still my anxiety is through the roof.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Sitting in that fucking seat.
I don't
asked him.
have
I was like,
any
"How long?"
cavities.
I'm like, "How long does it take?" Like how long? Like what? I gotta get mentally prepared for how long I'm
Right.
sitting in this chair.
Like an hour.
And I'm gonna smell that burning hot bone.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
What did they? Why did they say?
It's like 20 minutes worth of work. It's not.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
He's
The
like,
whole
he's
thing
like-
will probably
he's like-
take
he's
about
like,
an
it takes
hour.
longer to numb you up and make sure you're numb.
Right.
And then we'll go in there and do our thing.
Ask them to do the pre-numbing for the numbing. They have like a numbing gel.
All I know is the last time I had it done, I was like 20.
Yeah.
And
Which
it
one is
took
it?
them,
A back one?
No, it's kind of like a, I don't know,
What is it? An incisor?
like a middle one. They're like, if you don't get this taken care of, you may have to get a root canal.
Ooh.
And I was like, well, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So
No bueno.
they're very honest people, locally owned, privately owned business. Like, I don't know, known them for a long time. They're just like good peeps.
Good
They
people.
wouldn't steer me wrong. They've been looking at this spot for like 3 years. They're like, it looks a little, but it's nothing to worry about.
A little dark.
Then every time I go, they're like, it's getting a little darker. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll do better. And then I did, and they're like, yeah, there's just sorry. Like, you just couldn't.
That's all right.
So,
Well,
it
it happens to the best of us.
But all the other ones I have in my mouth are porcelain. And they're like, yeah, we're going to do silver on you. They're like, because they hold better.
The silver do hold better. So actually, I was in debate of like changing my silver fillings to the white, and because they look better. But I'm like, literally, I'm not opening my mouth like that for anybody besides Tony.
They said due to the location of because it's in between two teeth.
Okay, so it's
They said due to the location, you're not even going to see it.
right.
They're like, it holds up better. It's
They do.
They said it's cheaper, actually.
It's cheaper and they're so
Yeah.
much better. They literally last forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get to look forward to that in October.
Well, that's
So fucking
fun.
exciting. Yeah.
Oh,
Other than
so-
that, like we hung out for your husband's birthday party this last weekend. So
oh yeah,
a lot of fun.
that was right. That's right.
I got to watch the Goonies all the way through. I think for the first time ever in my life.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I don't think I've actually sat down and watched that whole movie.
Oh, I have a lot of
Yeah.
times. That's why I was like not really paying attention.
Great movie.
Yeah.
I immediately identified what newer movies lack, and that is character development.
Oh,
Each
for
one
sure.
of those kids acted the shit out of their character and their
Did you almost
attributes.
cry? You almost
No, I didn't
cried
cry,
in
but
one
it was
part.
just like how devoted they were to the things they were into. You got
The
the guy
Goonies.
working out.
Yeah.
You got Data, who's the fucking nerd.
I love.
got-
He's my favorite character.
Yeah, everyone.
$50 bill.
Right. Yeah,
I love it.
Everything he said, even if it was serious, I'm like, this kid's hilarious.
I know.
His
I
accent
love it.
is
I
too
love
funny.
it.
It's too funny.
He's
But
my
yeah,
favorite.
it would like characters now lack that sort of like
Development of-
development and just like hardcore like I'm devoting myself to
Yeah.
like I like snacks and I'm gonna be asking for snacks every 5 minutes. Like,
yeah.
whoever's writing the characters aren't doing a good job
Right.
nowadays. So like take it from Steven Spielberg, do better.
I think it's true though. Like a lot of movies now, they do. They don't give you enough character in them at all. Like you don't know their quirks, you don't know what makes them tick. That movie, yeah, for sure you do.
You know exactly
even
what
in
each
like
one
Breakfast
of
Club, like that genre, that era of movies is so good.
The coming of age era.
Oh, I love them. I love it.
What's
John
going on
Hughes?
with John Hughes.
I love
anything.
John Hughes movies.
I haven't seen a bad one.
Right. But
what's going on with you this week?
So I picked a day for our cookie baking for Christmas time.
I got that text. Can't wait. Although it's still September, and like thinking about anything Christmas makes me want to walk.
You
into
know
traffic.
what though? Like I've learned, you have to put this shit on the books.
I get it.
I know it's crazy. I know I sound like a fucking nutcase, but I'm not gonna be left with my pants down. And everyone telling me they're busy.
Well, you better pull them up because we're all coming over. All right, we're all making cookies.
All right. What else happened this week? Oh, you know what? I got the rhinestone Jason mask.
Yeah.
I found a rhinestone ghost face mask.
Yeah.
And
I was work on a rhinestone Freddy Claw.
Dude, I know.
Like that's your shit.
I
right
know. Or like a Michael Myers one. I need a Michael Myers.
4.
And then I'll be all set. I'm so excited.
Which is funny because you say you didn't like Jason, and then you got that thing.
Well, Jason's my least favorite of all the slashers.
I still don't understand it. He's the coolest looking.
Oh God, no!
Of all,
Freddy
he's just a
is
bad
so
motherfucker.
No, Freddy all the way. All the way.
I don't know. You're gonna have to go watch Freddy vs. Jason. You tell me how that ends.
I will.
Okay?
I will absolutely with that blink. Anyways,
little coffee.
Anyways, so yeah, that was pretty exciting. Other than that, just a lot of
sounds
work.
excited. You sound excited.
I was really excited.
You were, and then all of a sudden you're just mad.
No, I'm trying to think of what else I did this week.
That was also exciting.
It was
so exciting. To everybody listening, they're excited. Oh, speaking of everybody listening, do we got any stories?
No stories this week.
Motherfuckers, I swear to God.
No, we have some suggestions for future episodes, but no stories. We'll talk about those off air.
All right.
I'll
take suggestions.
Nothing new and exciting to report here.
Cool. Should we delve?
Let's delve.
We are here today. What do we call this one? What do we call this one?
Top 10 most overrated bands.
Yeah. Not necessarily that we don't like them. Like, we can still like them, and they're overrated as shit.
We like these. Well,
it just so happens the majority of this list are bands that are overrated that I also don't like.
Oh, okay. Mine I like. Oh, I like almost all of these bands or musicians, but I think they're overrated.
Okay.
I'll preface before each.
Sure.
If I like
you came
them,
with a whole anthology of notes.
I have a discography of every.
Right. I have a notepad with just the band names on them. So we're gonna see what the fuck
how this goes
plays into that. Yeah. Well, start us off. You seem to be much more prepared than I am.
Well, I'm gonna say these are very unpopular opinions, I'm sure. And they're in no particular order.
Same, yeah. But we also want to know what you guys think. Like, if like we're off kilter, just call us out. We want to know for sure.
I'm gonna get called out.
Or if we miss somebody, if there's a band where you're like, what?
How did you miss
Metallica is so overrated. Like, say it. I dare you. I'll get you banned from Instagram.
Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go AC/DC.
Okay, see, Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't like saying it because they're incredible at the same time.
Simple
I've seen
lyrics,
them live so many times.
Songs, a lot of them sound the same.
You wouldn't be wrong. I watched an interview with Angus Young and someone who was interviewing him, and they're like, so after like 40 years, why haven't you guys, adapted to your sound to the newer tones and the newer music and the newer styles? And he's like, well, if you had a good cake recipe, would you change the recipe or would you keep feeding them the same cake? And I was like, wow.
I mean, it makes sense.
That's kind of fucking, he's not wrong.
It makes sense, but it's like, I would like to hear something different.
Sure.
I mean,
I still enjoy
the bangers are bangers, but
their last album that came out 2 years ago still had a bunch of bangers on it.
Yeah, I mean,
no one probably knows about them.
I didn't know about that, but I'm not saying that they're bad. I just think they're overrated.
I know. And that's why this is going to be a teeter-totter line. I'm going to get offended somewhere. You're going to get offended somewhere.
Oh, I know I am.
It's just not going to...
We're really gonna fight after this. We won't talk for 6 weeks.
The problem is a lot of mine are like on T-shirts you find at Walmart, and the guys can't name 3 songs.
Yeah,
like that's where I'm at.
Okay,
like,
so you're going more like a poser perspective.
It's like poser. Yeah, it's like it's like when you see a Kardashian wearing a Slayer shirt.
Right.
It doesn't. I know they're not listening to Slayer.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like it's just there's just something. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So AC/DC is your first one. I would have to agree, even though I'm an avid fan.
Yeah, I love AC/DC, but
yeah, this is also artists as well. Like this is just musical
people in
stuff.
General. Okay, go ahead.
And right off the top, because it's been popular in the news and just everyone seems to be a Swiftie these days.
I have her too.
Taylor Swift. You do?
Yes.
Thank God. I'm glad we're starting off on a little more positive note. I didn't want to just
came in ready to
I didn't want to just like
guns
start
blazing.
Right. I didn't want to just start sword fighting with you. Like, oh yeah, well fuck you. Then I don't like fucking Garth Brooks or whatever.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
This isn't to say we don't like him. I just don't understand why she's so fucking overrated. Her face is everywhere. She's got fucking Yetis and Stanleys they're making with her fucking face on. Like, she is goddamn everywhere. I don't remember a pop star being this fucking popular for no reason. Like,
so
I'm more annoyed than anything.
Yeah, I think with Taylor Swift, because I actually did really like deep thought about this. I was like, this is what it is. If we were to ask our parents, as a girl and that's 32, if I was to ask my mom, are you sick of NSYNC and Backstreet Boys? She would say, God, yes. Or like Spice Girls or those big poppy bands. That's how we feel about Taylor Swift, I think.
It just means I'm old, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know if... Well, no, because there are old Swifties. There's like people in their 50s that are Swifties.
the 50 Swifties?
Yeah, Swifties 50s.
The club.
Yeah, right, exactly.
They got their own... They meet on Saturdays.
Yeah. No, they meet on Sunday mornings.
Well, yeah, that's true, yeah.
After church.
Right. And then they got to go have dinner at 3.
Yeah, right. They get the lower or the light menu at the
early
diner.
bird special.
yeah, right. But my biggest complaint about Taylor Swift is that she started out country and turned pop.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Wasn't she a YouTube sensation? Or am I thinking of something else?
No, I don't think she was.
No,
she actually opened for George Strait like way back in the day. Yeah? And she was booed off the stage at one of the fairgrounds over near us, like a local one. I think it was the Wisconsin State Fair. It was when she first came out with like Romeo. No, even before that. Whatever her first album was, it was like her first album came out. She opened for George Strait, which is a huge country singer, and she was booed off the stage. This is like true facts. My family was at this concert. That. Yeah.
Yeah, she's become like a cult
it was like George Strait, and she opened, I believe, for Loretta Lynn, too, who is also a huge
big
country.
Names. Yeah.
So to me, I don't like that she turned pop.
She went to pop, yeah.
But I think that's what happens.
Yeah.
Because at that time, in the early 2000s, country wasn't hitting like it is now.
Right.
Country music now country is dead.
I would say, as far as I know, you don't even call it country now.
Yeah, that's just pop with a twang.
It's just like stadium twang pop.
Right.
Like that's just like the only way to fucking describe it.
It's
which
like
is why I like it.
Simple Plan rock music. You just
I know
can't.
what they do. And it's just
right. That's what the
I put on a Metallica playlist the other day, and it was like, it's Metallica radio, and the shit that was coming on just didn't even make sense. It was like Offspring and fucking.
Yeah.
I was like, I love Offspring, but I don't know if it belongs on this radio station.
Right.
That's just, I don't know. I'm so out of touch.
So you have T Swizzle.
Yeah, and again, like I don't even have a reason. I'm just like, she's fucking overrated. Like I see her and I hear about her way too fucking much. Now she's up in politics, supporting and shit, and I'm like, nah, like we're done. We're done. I don't deal with it.
I feel you. I'm gonna say my next one is The Doors.
Dude, yes, that's on mine.
Really?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I get to cross that one off.
Yeah, so why do you say The Doors?
Because I guess musically, I don't understand even the hits. Like, I will gladly listen to The Doors in the background. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like,
Absolutely.
Oh, shut this off. Like,
right.
I'm like, oh, this is The Doors. Fuck yeah. Whatever. I know this song, right around the store, whatever.
Right.
All right? But, like, to to have them represented within society at the level of a band like AC/DC, to me, does not make any sense.
Yeah.
And for that reason, they're fucking overrated. To put them in the same tier as somebody like that, like you can go to a Walmart and you could buy a Doors shirt for $6, right next to the ones that say Pink Floyd and AC/DC.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like at that point, again, when you see your shirt in a Walmart, you've made it, but you're overrated. You know what I mean? Like,
so,
I remember like hunting for band T-shirts in high school.
Yeah, I did
and now
too.
It's like the ones that are just mass listened to, and every 4 minutes they're played on 97.1. Like,
right.
Those are your overrated bands.
So I have a really strong reasoning for not liking the Doors.
I cannot wait.
So there's 3 reasons that I don't like the Doors. I like the Doors, but why I think they're overrated. I think they did not age well in the sense of like listening to the Doors now does not, like, even when I was in high school, I used to listen to the Doors, okay? A lot more than I don't regularly listen to the Doors
you
now.
like regularly listened to them back in the day.
Yeah, like I listened to the Doors. I listened to everything.
Same.
Like when I say that, I mean like I like usually would deep dive into certain people, but I deep dived into the Doors at one point in my life because I was obsessed with Jim Morrison. I thought he was stunning. Okay. I just like
acceptable.
That's a big reason why I think the Doors are as big as they are. Because it's a bunch of girls like, yeah, this is a stud muffin.
Maybe.
Also, I think it's a pop culture icon type of thing.
Okay.
Like, you know, it's just
it is.
The Doors.
It's simple.
Yeah.
It's like the Beatles.
Right,
like
exactly.
The Animals.
And lastly, I think, okay, so in 65 the Doors came out, 67 CCR came out. They shouldn't even be put on the same planet, okay? But in my mind, like if I compare the Doors to like a band, I would consider them like CCR type.
Sure, but I'd listen to CCR over the Doors any day of the week.
That's why, to me, I consider them.
And the more of CCR I hear, the more I'm like, oh
them.
Shit, I didn't know this was CCR.
Yes.
As I get older, I find more CCR that I knew that I didn't know was CCR.
Right, and that's better.
Yeah.
The older I get, the more I like CCR.
It's starting to happen with Tom Petty.
And I love Tom Petty.
Yeah, same.
But I just don't feel like they should be in the same like caliber, but I compare them, and I probably shouldn't. Maybe it's just me, but they're like the same, like within 2 years of each other they came out, and I feel like
I could see someone saying like CCR is overrated though too.
Oh, like, see, I can't.
I can see it, but I definitely don't feel it.
Yeah, right.
I definitely don't. The Doors, I feel it with all my soul.
I agree.
CCR, I could understand why someone would say that, but I don't feel it.
But I don't see CCR in Walmart.
No, it's true.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely true.
So, like, when you say, oh, yeah, Pink Floyd, AC/DC, The Doors, like...
To me, it's just like a really easy knockout. You're like, oh, fuck it.
You got the top.
I'm at Target, and they got this Queen shirt. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, like, as much as I like Queen, and they're Queen's deep cuts, but it's like, fucking overrated, sorry.
So yeah, that's my why I think the Doors are overrated.
Hey, you know what? You had a lot more thought into that
because
than me.
I like CCR better, which they have
no
relevance to each other.
Specific. Like it'd be different if like one brother was in this band and the other one was in it. Like there's no relevance at all or correlation between those two bands.
Because when you listen to them, you know it's from a specific era.
Sure, yeah.
And then when I was like, wait, what era are they from?
Definitely.
Like, and I'm like, they're only 2 years apart. Like,
yeah.
They shouldn't. They are in my mind. Like it makes sense why I think like that.
Right.
In myself.
I get it.
So that's my reasoning. What's yours?
Big one up on. I mean, I agree. All the above. It's just again.
No, yeah. I mean,
it's more of a feeling.
Yeah.
It's just
right. It's just like, eh.
It's just I just don't. You're overrated. There's not enough hits in my opinion to be that overrated. I don't even know that song.
Oh, really? That's like one of their big songs.
No. I could probably I don't know. We'll talk about it after how many fucking Doors songs I even have. Like, and I'm sure it's just like basic shit. Like,
right.
They do Riders on the Storm, right? Am I thinking of the right band?
No.
No, who am I thinking of?
Riders on the Storm is
Rider on the Storm.
That's
oh my god.
The Doors sings like "Come on, baby, light my fire."
Yeah.
Like. Hold on. Does the Doors? I think they do play that.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
the,
Yeah, they
all right,
do,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Riders on the storm.
Yeah,
See,
it's just like,
I listen to the Johnny
you
Cash
can
version
get
of
high
that.
and you're not gonna like me.
Oh,
Let's just go into it.
no!
Oh, next up, Johnny Cash.
I think we're gonna have
Dude,
to end this.
I do not understand the culture,
Oh
the
my
following, and the
God.
music that is Johnny Cash. And I would love for someone to explain it to me. I don't understand the attitude. Anytime I've ever seen a T-shirt of him, it's him flicking the camera off. He looks like a rock star.
So
and any music I've ever heard by Johnny Cash, it is like the biggest. There's nothing to it. There's nothing to it. It's not rock and roll.
So the era of Johnny Cash is like the same era as like Elvis and all them.
So 50s, 60s.
Yes. So it was like basic. It was basic rock and roll.
Do you have a favorite Johnny Cash? Like all time, you're like, this song fucking rules. This is the one.
My favorite Johnny Cash song would be see, the thing is, it's like more of like a country-ish song.
Sure. Which also might be why I'm like, why is this so overrated? I don't know.
Like, I'm surprised you don't like One Piece at a Time. It's like a car song.
Never heard it.
Yeah. See,
You may have to educate me.
Yeah.
But
my
up until
favorite. That's really hard to say what my favorite Johnny
up
Cash
to what
song
I've been
is.
exposed to, it's like the culture, the sound of the music itself, and then like his image. I don't understand any of it. Like, and it's like I've never been like, well, that's something I want to understand because it's not like it's not a band. It's one guy.
Well, he did have a band.
I know he had a band, but I'm saying
Right.
it was just Johnny Cash. It was Johnny Cash.
Well, that's
same
why,
as Elvis.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like you said, it's like
Well,
it's like,
it was Johnny Cash and his band, the two. I don't remember what they're called. The two something.
sure.
Whatever.
But even like Elvis, I can understand why Elvis was as popular as he was. I guess I don't understand the history. I mean, I'm uneducated.
So
on it.
Johnny Cash was like the OG badass, in my opinion. Like he came out and
So
did
he
outlaw
was-
country. Like if there was no Johnny Cash, there would be no like Stapleton.
So if it was him compared to Elvis, it was like the Stones compared to the Beatles.
Yes,
Okay.
Johnny Cash is like the outlaw
The fuck
country
you, pretty boy.
version of Elvis.
Okay.
Elvis was like the sweet,
He's
handsome,
pretty boy. Yeah.
pretty boy, right?
Right.
Johnny Cash was like the more of the like rugged, rough, like.
That makes a little more sense.
Yeah,
But I don't have to like it, and I don't. It's not about not liking it.
I just can't believe that.
You're gonna have to
because-
show me some good Cash.
Yeah, I
Because
will.
I've it's nothing where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a deep dive on one guy. Like I don't know. There's just something about it.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know.
I don't get it, but I get it.
It's
Actually,
just-
you're not the first person that said that to me.
Oh, I know.
A lot of people don't like Johnny
Yeah.
Cash,
And
but
I don't like it. Like if I hear some fucking Ring of Fire, I'll be singing to that song.
Right.
It's fun, whatever. But like, I guess I don't understand. I don't understand how he gained the like notoriety, like the popularity. Because I'm like, I could name like or two songs.
well, I think like really was just that time of music was so that wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah.
There was
New.
no
it
like
was edgy for the time.
right, exactly. It was edgy. He played at the prison, like
Yeah.
he was with June Carter, which she was like a big
Did
name.
he do Folsom Prison Blues?
Yes.
Okay, see, like, I like that song.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, again, it's
So-
not about not liking them. I got to keep that in mind.
Right,
I keep
right.
going back to, like, fuck everybody.
Right.
But it's not that I don't like it. It's just, like,
You just don't get it.
I don't understand the popularity. And he's overrated.
I'll show
in my
you.
opinion.
I'll school you on some Cash.
Do
Don't
you
worry.
like Elvis, though?
I love Elvis.
But can you admit he's also overrated? 'Cause
No.
Elvis is, like, the king of rock and roll.
I
Like, there's
don't
no doubt
think
about
Elvis
it.
is overrated.
You don't
at
think
all.
Elvis is overrated?
No.
Wow. All right. I mean, I do. I definitely do.
I think Elvis is.
A lot of these aren't on my list. They're
I
just coming
think
up.
literally like Elvis is like beautiful from head to toe,
Sure.
inside out,
Sure.
singing like, oh yes. I'm not even talking about looks. Like his voice is beautiful. I could listen to Elvis sing all day long.
Did he even know
and it
how to play a
wouldn't-
guitar, though?
I don't care.
I do, though. That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
care if he could play a guitar. I don't care.
At least I know Johnny Cash knew how to play a guitar.
If he could move his little jiggle, I don't care what he does.
Right.
He could sing to me all day.
Get all excitable. Starting
No.
to stink down here.
You're gonna be very surprised by this, but
Why? What
I'm
do you
gonna
got?
say Dolly Parton.
100%. Yeah, I know she's your girl too.
She's my favorite.
So for you to say that,
I will say this much. I don't know why people, besides me,
I mean,
like she's a great songwriter, but musician, she's terrible.
for you, you're like your idol.
Yes.
It's not even about the music.
Yes. Well, no,
You're like as a person, you're like
yeah, I want to be
Dolly is my person.
yes.
You're like I've found a soulmate.
Right.
Going back to the
To me,
relationships
it's
from last week.
nostalgic for me. When
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
growing up, when I was like a kid, I wanted to be Dolly Parton. Like other girls wanted to be Britney Spears, I wanted to Dolly Parton.
Yeah, they're like, who's that?
In Steel Magnolias as Truvies. Okay,
Right,
I wanted to be a hairdresser. I wanted to live in the South and do hair and make cakes for people and have them come over and drink coffee with me
You
all
do
day.
a lot of those things. You just don't live in the South.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you're coming up in the
Yeah.
world. You're not.
But no, she's a great songwriter, great person.
Did
but
you like her last album?
I didn't even listen to it. I
Why not?
refused to. Wasn't it the rock one?
It was a rock album.
yeah, I won't listen to that.
I actually really like the intro track. It's so bad it's good.
Like there's just
Or
one.
yeah, it's terrible. But it's fun. I don't know.
There's this one Dolly Parton song, and it's terrible. And I made Kathy like I was just listening to it in the car. I still like her bad music.
Sure.
Like like
Then listen to the first track on the new album.
I will. But there's this one song, and it's literally about this girl who's technically Dolly, and the lyrics are, I don't want to throw the rice, I want to throw rocks at her.
What?
So this girl like stole the girl's
Yeah.
other girl's whatever, this guy. So they end up getting married, and so they're at the wedding. You know how like back in the day
Yeah.
would throw
You
rice.
said she's over
So
there
she
throwing
literally said
rocks
she
at
wants
her?
to throw rocks at her.
Wow.
And then I was like, yes, me too. Like that's why I like Dolly. She does like the craziest
When
shit.
in doubt, throw a rock.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But she's also very positive.
Sure. I mean,
But anyways,
I'm not. Yeah. I mean,
Go ahead,
but
next.
overrated. Oh, dude. Since the beginning of high school, this band has always been on this list. The Dave Matthews Band.
oh, I have them too.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, another one. This is going swimmingly.
Yeah. Well,
Again,
it's not.
I thought-
It's
I thought
not
we were
good.
gonna be-
It won't be forever.
I
Don't
know we're
worry,
gonna be
pal.
choking each other out.
Don't worry, pal.
But yeah, no, I guess it just comes down to the music. It's like I love Carter Buford. He's their drummer. He's a fantastic musician. But I guess I don't understand the. I don't know. The timings of the songs are weird, and for me, I'm a rock guy. Like it's just simple 4/4, like straight rock and roll, and like a lot of his songs are not, and they're boring. And
Yeah.
they don't, to me, they don't go anywhere, and there's not an actual melody without him just going.
Yeah.
And then to me, that's not music. It's just a guy scatting for 16 minutes on one track.
Right.
The
No.
songs are way too long.
I think the thing with Dave Matthews is we're too young to probably appreciate the culture of it
You think?
because it was like right before us. I feel like
Yeah, but they had a huge following while I was in high school.
oh, I know they're like a cult.
It was weird. It was
It's like a cult.
And the strangest group of people. It's like meathead motherfuckers listening to
Dave
Matthews. I just
I agree.
don't. It was like the whole football team was like, yeah, Dave. Like,
Oh, that's crazy.
And I'm
That
like,
was definitely
why?
not like that at my
no,
high
it did.
school.
I'm telling you, it didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, that's kind of bizarre.
And
but
then when I was old enough to like deep dive, I was like, all right, yeah, let's see what this is all about. And I would listen to Crash because that was like the song.
right.
I was like, I don't understand this.
Yeah.
This guy has like a worldly sold out venues.
I want to slit
what am
my
I
wrists.
missing? What am I missing?
Yeah,
And I guess that's what a lot of this list comes down to. It's just like a simple like I don't get it.
I get it. I get it.
And
I don't get what.
and there's just
it
too
is.
many people who don't get it who follow them.
Yeah.
I mean, or they get it and they're. I don't know.
We're missing the memo.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I miss memo musicians.
My next one is The Who.
I could see that though.
Yeah, I feel like The Who is only big because they destroyed sets and.
Yeah, well, and Bob O'Reilly is,
I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that The Who is like overrated.
Yeah,
they're like almost like one-hit wonders that stuck around.
When it comes, yeah, and when it comes to like any classic rock band that had a bunch of one-hit wonders, they've made this list subconsciously. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was trying to get like. I think mine got hateful. I think that's the problem. Mine became real personal.
Yeah.
Because the list is really 100 bands long. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Any fucking rock band in the last 40, 50 years who had a hit, you're like, oh, totally overrated. They had that one,
Right.
They had Africa.
Yeah.
Toto. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
They're
right.
overrated now. And like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's to me, it's easy to fall into this category. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just me. Who else you got on there?
I just said The Who.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
I thought you had like stories on.
I don't have a story
Okay,
for The
that's
Who. I
fine.
just think they're like
Going along.
I just think they're dumb.
I mean, ouch. But they got other hits. I mean,
Yeah, I understand. I'm just not a Who
but
fan.
they're another Target shirt. People.
Yeah.
I get it. They're another Target shirt brand. Going along with like the jam band deal, the Dave Matthews deal, the Grateful Dead.
I have them, but they're like one of my bonuses.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've tried to
It's
my
awful.
brother really likes Grateful Dead.
It's that stoner rock, psychedelic rock.
Like they will jam on one song for like 17 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
And it'll be like four different songs. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I'm like, is this the same song technically?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, man. And I'm like, what? I don't know what's going on. I don't know where the melody's at. I
You're
don't
like,
know
where are we?
There's two drummers.
If
which
you're
I'm
not
still,
stoned listening to Grateful Dead,
maybe that's my problem.
you want to off
That's what I
yourself.
gotta
You
do.
feel like you're entering the twilight
No, but I
zone.
have been, and again, like I see two drummers, and that wigs me out. Yeah. I don't know how you do that, because even when you have two guitar players, one of them's doing something different,
Right.
And it's like, how does the two drummers? They're not. I don't. Why? What's happening? You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like the Grateful Dead just like called a bunch of people and were like, let's go on this hippie van and drive around and play music,
yeah.
and then that's all
and
it
then they'd
was.
be passing around fucking nitrous
all
and
kinds
shit,
of
and
shit.
fucking
Chloroform.
yeah.
You know,
they're all drinking the Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's fucking crazy. There's a serious following for them, and
Yeah.
I'll never fucking understand it.
This is not on my list,
Never.
but Fish. Do you know the band Fish?
I know of Fish, yes.
Yeah, it's like the
And
same
again,
type of thing. I feel like they're like kind of
Yeah.
like Grateful Dead. They have this like cult like following that you're like, what?
I've heard
Like,
that name too much in my life for them to be popular.
Yes.
And not know any of the songs.
Yes, I agree.
It doesn't make any sense
I
to me.
agree. So my next one is Prince.
Really?
Yeah, I think Prince is
That's an
overrated.
interesting take.
Yeah,
Especially with him dead. you
yeah.
know?
I'm sorry.
But like over Michael Jackson?
Yeah, I think Prince is worse than Michael Jackson.
Really?
I like Michael Jackson better.
Are we going by who we like or what's overrated?
No, I think Michael Jackson was massive. I mean, they're both huge, but
Right.
I personally think Prince is a
Also
little
both
bit.
dead. How
Yeah.
fucked up is that?
I know. I think Prince is just a little bit too overrated. I don't think he had as many. Like Michael Jackson was hit after hit after hit. You can't even put them in the same realm, in my opinion.
Man,
Musically,
this is hard because I don't want this to veer into what I like more,
right?
and that's the problem. But the problem with it is Prince played his guitar,
Right.
and I don't know if you've seen performances of Prince,
Yes.
like his
Live
before he died.
Yeah.
I don't see many guitar players play the way he played before.
I'm
Like,
not saying.
motherfucker was talented.
I'm not saying he's not
I
talented.
know, and I'm trying to find the underrated line, I guess.
I think Prince also was an era of people who were like cult like followings that were like our parents' age. They're like, oh, Prince.
I'd even go say he's a little ahead of his time because he was a little more experimental than Michael. Like some of
Right.
this shit's just weird.
Right.
Like
I'm not a fan of Prince.
yeah.
But if I had a
guess I
choice
see the
between
overrated.
Michael Jackson and Prince, I'm definitely picking
But
Michael
you don't
Jackson.
think Michael's more overrated?
No, I think Michael Jackson had such great music.
He did. He absolutely
I don't
did.
think he was over. I think he's
But
perfectly
like so did
rated.
AC/DC.
Yeah, but I think AC/DC is a little bit overrated.
I think Michael's a little overrated.
Well, that's fine.
Okay, we agree to agree.
But Michael Jackson played all different types of music.
Yeah, absolutely. He definitely went with the times.
He went through it all.
He went
You
with
know
the
what I
era,
mean?
whereas I feel like Prince was like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna do this weird thing." I'm gonna
Prince
sing about
did
a
his
Corvette.
own thing, kind of like Freddie Mercury. I love Freddie Mercury. I love Queen, but they
Overrated as shit.
They stuck to what they knew.
They did.
And that was like what Prince did. Michael Jackson, he at least did all sorts of things. I mean, the Thriller video is literally, that's crazy.
He was just the Taylor Swift from the 70s.
Yeah, maybe. I just think he was very talented.
He was. He absolutely
I don't think he was. I think Michael Jackson's perfectly rated, personally.
I'm overrated, but
I think
it's okay.
Perfect
It's not a
where
problem.
he is. Underground.
He's underrated then.
Yeah, right.
6 feet underrated.
Yeah, right.
One of the rock bands I've never understood. It's not that I don't listen to them, but I will actually turn them off depending on the song. So I'm trying to keep this civil.
Okay.
But the Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, yeah. Do you know my husband hates Billy Corgan?
Does he?
He despises him, and I'm like,
Yeah,
why? He's like, I just hate him.
And maybe they get the following for like why they're kind of like a little weird. Maybe like I don't know. Like, but his voice for one, I don't know why a band like that would be so overrated with a voice that fucking.
I like the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah. Like it's just not. I don't know, dude. It's just like
it's like, is someone hurting you?
I don't know. It's just not. It's not for me.
It's like that 90s alternative.
And I think I have a problem with that era.
Late 80s, early 90s alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like grunge, like
oh, don't even get me started. I came prepared.
The whole ass end of this list. I think this is where we're gonna duke it out. You're gonna catch these fists.
Yeah, right.
Or I'm gonna catch yours, rather. Yeah, I don't know.
I think Blake Shelton is extremely overrated.
Any country guy now, 100%. You don't even need a case.
Him specifically, and I have a personal vendetta against him because he fucked over my girl Miranda.
And I don't know how you could fuck that woman over.
Right? I don't either.
What an absolute 10.
I agree.
She could sing to me all the time. Sing me a ditty.
So, yeah.
Let me see those titties.
But I know you like Blake Shelton.
The one song.
Right.
Like, come on.
I'm like, sorry. I like that song. I wish he didn't sing it, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Just put that one on my iPod.
Right. Anyways,
good one.
Next.
Going with that era still.
I wonder if you're going to say the one I'm going to say.
Pearl Jam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. It's a very stagnant genre, like very stagnant sound that they have. There's not a whole lot of frills to it.
No.
Like I don't know. I don't know.
Pearl Jam is like, I don't know if Pearl Jam was like as big for us.
They were huge for grunge. Like that, like for that scene, they were fucking.
No, that's not grunge.
I know, but like it's. What would you consider them?
I would consider them.
I feel like they
like
fell in
alternative
with those guys.
rock.
Really?
Yeah, I mean they would probably be labeled grunge, but that's not what I would consider them.
Yeah, I don't really know where to put them.
That's what I would say. I would say alternative rock, like kind of like Goo Goo
Dolls. It says
Dolls.
alternative grunge hard rock.
Yeah.
That's
so that was close.
Per the Wikipedia. Yeah, I don't know.
They're kind of like Goo Goo Doll era.
Yeah, for sure. It's just kind of like weak.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's not
Matchbox 20 style.
Yeah.
You know?
Matchbox 20 is a little weaker, but I like Matchbox 20.
I love Rob
so
Thomas.
It's like, yeah. You know what I mean?
So do
the shit's catchy.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They're not as overrated.
I could see Pearl Jam.
But they're on every 5 minutes on XRT or fucking like 97.1.
Yeah, they are played a lot.
They're just overplayed.
They are. They're overplayed for sure. I agree. Yeah. I know this is probably not a good thing, but I'm going to say U2.
Oh no, I completely get that. But what I didn't understand about them was how long they've been around.
They've been around forever.
Literally forever.
Literally like since we were before. Like,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
They've
how
seen
long.
bands come and go,
Yeah.
and they've just stuck around. And I mean, I like their music. Again, it's not.
Yeah,
but,
I just
but
think
I don't know why they're as big as they are.
They're like these people want to cut their wrists to go see you too. I feel like
They have a following like that?
Oh yeah,
Really?
it's like literally like our mom's era. Well, my mom's era. Like
Yeah.
the women in their like 50s, they're like you too.
Does your ma like you too?
She liked you too. I don't know if she still does, but not like
wonder,
that.
man.
Like she liked you too at one point in time, like in the 90s. Like we would randomly listen to it, but it wasn't like Celine or anything.
Yeah. No, they're another one. It's like they definitely have their own sound, and it's like, I don't know. It always came off more experimental than straightforward. And maybe it's just because I got a Neanderthal brain and I'm simple minded, but
Right.
like, you know, I enjoy like just very straightforward rock and roll. That's like my bread and butter.
Yeah,
Or heavy metal. Like that's just,
they have
I don't know.
their.
But there's just some, I get it though. There's something about them that's just, it's overrated.
Okay, go ahead.
Did the Doors already? Yeah, dude. I know I'm gonna get shit from somebody if they're listening, but this is a band I've seen. This is a band I've listened to my whole life, but
Ooh.
overrated as fuck. Kiss,
Oh yeah,
dude. The Kiss Army, like,
Kiss is good, but if they didn't have their Stitch, they wouldn't.
no,
They wouldn't even.
no. And the whole band was predicated on a bet that Gene Simmons made with some record label or producer, some guy,
Right.
where he was like, all the band needs is a shtick.
It's
The guy's
true.
Like, no, it's not. He goes, all right, watch this.
I mean, I like Kiss. Don't get me wrong.
Right. If it's on,
But-
I'll party all night and part of every day.
Yeah, right.
You know?
I agree. But yeah, I get it. I actually almost put them on here, but I didn't.
Yeah, and like, again, it's a Walmart shirt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I
My mom
really
loves-
derived my band t-shirts from Walmart.
My mom loves Kiss, so I didn't want to put it on here and
Really?
disappoint her.
Sorry, T.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
And they didn't write a lot of their own music.
Yeah.
So
They're
it's
just like there.
Yeah.
Like
If it
you
wasn't
listen to
for
them.
what-
You listen to them. If they're on.
Yeah, if they're on.
But, like,
I won't turn them off.
You're not gonna be like, oh, I
Smashing
gotta hear
Pumpkins.
Strutter today.
No, I don't.
Like, I have a taste
No,
for
and honestly,
Strutter.
their B-side shit is better than some of their A-lister
Right.
stuff. Like, my brother was a big 80s fan, and he loved all those hair guys, and he showed me some of the stuff that wasn't on the radio. I was like, this is way better than the shit. But then you look at the writing credits, and you're like, this isn't even them writing the fucking music. If it wasn't for their makeup, they wouldn't be as big as they were.
Right. Absolutely.
And the
Like,
cult following
it
is
was
just
the
insane.
Stitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I agree. Is it my turn?
Sure, go.
I'm getting towards the
Yeah,
end
same.
of my
I only have
list.
like 2 or 3 more.
So I'm ready to argue.
Oh fuck! So you're just gonna come at me? You're gonna pull the gun out and point it at me like
Say
that?
it, Metallica.
Yeah. I don't have a leg to stand on, dude. After the Napster deal, after the fuck, like they've gained so much popularity and so much fucking media coverage.
This
and
is my reasoning why I think
you literally don't need one. I get it,
No, but I came
but
with
I'm
facts.
curious. Yeah, what is it?
I came with facts. So the reason that I think Metallica is overrated is because they've changed so many different times that
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like a Franken-bitted band that like you can't even say it's Metallica because it's so different throughout all the years of all the people they've gained and lost. There's only 2 of the same members.
well,
they've transitioned so many
I know,
different
it depends,
times.
though, because after they're no,
Why?
because they're hold on. Let me. I gotta get this straight. Because after their second album, like their bass player died, so
Yeah.
they didn't have a choice. It wasn't
Well,
like
right.
a, you know.
So they had Dave Mustaine. He
Right.
left. He started Megadeth.
right.
Okay.
He was never actually on any of their
in
albums.
the album.
He
Right.
was not on any of the albums.
He only wrote.
I'm going from albums.
Right. He wrote.
So you had Kurt, you had fucking James, and you had Lars on the first album all the way through right now.
Right.
It
So
was the same 3 guys.
then their bassist died.
Cliff Burton died.
Right. And then he
And
was
then
replaced.
Jason Newsted came in for
Right.
another era for like 4 or 5 albums, and then he said, "Fuck this, I'm leaving." And then you've had Robert Trujillo for the last
No.
10 years,
No.
15 years. Yeah.
So wait, it went.
Oh, you're gonna say Bob Rock?
No. So Ron McGovney
Or Ron McGovney. He was their
original
producer.
bassist. He couldn't.
Way back when.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Then he was replaced with Cliff Burton, the one who died.
Right.
Then it was Jason Newsted.
Right.
Okay.
Then it was Robert Trujillo.
So to me, right there alone, that's how many bassists? 3?
Well, yeah, but on the albums, you've had 3 bassists. So big deal. You lose a bass player.
Okay. I'm just saying, to me, it's just too...
It's a flimsy-ass fucking point, but I'll take it.
It's too frankenbitted for me.
And to say they've moved with the times and they've changed sounds and stuff, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I didn't even get to that part yet.
Like, I'm just trying to shoot myself in the foot.
You're trying to lessen your own...
because I don't want you to do it.
Okay.
I'm trying to slap myself around so you don't throw hands. Like,
so that's it.
Yeah.
Those are my...
I get it.
But I do really like... I don't love Metallica, but I like Metallica.
After just seeing them and loving the new album, like, I don't have a bad thing to say. Mm-hmm. But they are the ultimate fucking, they are the ultimate fucking overrated metal band. Like, when it comes to heavy metal, they are the household name.
Right.
They're the AC/DC of metal, in my opinion.
Right.
And I can understand that, and I get it.
Now, do you like Megadeth better than Metallica?
Fuck no.
That's the big debate.
Dave Mustaine can't. I like some Megadeth.
Right.
And again, the more and more I delve, the more and more it's like B-side stuff that it's not on the radio.
You like.
But the one thing I don't like about Megadeth is the way he sings, because
Gotcha.
I don't believe he can. It's just what it is. He doesn't have melodies. He doesn't have fucking harmonies. He's just like,
right. Well, that's the thing.
I'm mad at Metallica.
Right.
Like,
right,
he's just every song is about how he's mad he's not in that band anymore. It's like, well, if you would have put the bottle down, you'd still be in the band.
Right.
So sorry you were a pain in the ass to work with.
That was my big blow. I felt that you were gonna be like a little distraught.
No, I'm not. But yeah, I think Megadeth is overrated.
Yeah,
because they're not
divide.
that good to be overrated, in my opinion.
That's their huge divide, right? Like that, like you're either like a Beatles fan or like I don't know.
I don't know. The Beatles is kind of a hard one.
Did you know
like to compare anybody?
The lists,
they were the first ones to do it.
The lists online, the Beatles are like everyone's saying the Beatles is #1 overrated band.
I get it.
I don't.
I understand it.
I will never understand that.
Dude, they had like 36 albums.
Yeah, and they're all pretty much great.
Each song was almost a single.
Right.
Like that's pretty. But you got to imagine they were the first band ever, pretty much. Like, I'm sure there were bands. They were the first group of dudes to do it.
Yeah, they were.
Before
phenomenal.
that, everybody was writing they were getting their music written for them, and they were just going out there like Elvis and performing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know.
I love the Beatles.
All right, well, since you went and took a chunk out of my heart, I'm gonna have to do it. And you're wearing the shirt. Nirvana.
I just never will understand.
You don't think they're overrated?
No, absolutely not.
You don't think when someone says grunge, the first name that comes to their brain is Nirvana?
Yes, and you know why I think that?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. They're overrated.
This is the thing. So the reason people think that, and the reason that Nirvana gets the rep that they get, is because of all of these people who were like, oh, I don't want to be a poser. I'm not gonna like Nirvana.
Oh, people hated on Nirvana because everybody else was liking them?
That's exactly right. It's like people like, okay, so when you're talking about posers, right?
Sure, yeah.
Growing up, that was like the first band people would be like, I like rock music, but I don't like Nirvana. Why? Nirvana is literally, I'm sorry, they're great. They have only changed drummers one time.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
They've changed drummers one time, and individually, Dave Grohl in Foo Fighters, he's amazing. He's a true musician. He could drum,
really,
and he could sing.
Overrated though.
No, they're not.
Overrated.
Not at all.
Absolutely
all right.
Not. I was just saying.
Absolutely not.
I agree with you that he is 100% a fabulous individual.
Yeah,
talented as all hell.
Kurt Cobain. I'm sorry. Kurt Cobain, I'm not saying he was like the greatest musician, but I think for his time he was.
The music
a
to
great
me
musician.
Always came off lazy.
That's what grunge is.
I know, and maybe that's why I see. Here I go again, not liking things. It's not that I don't like them,
right?
Because I listen to Nirvana, but like when it comes, I again, it's the disconnect between understanding how something could be so big and yet like not a whole lot of emotion goes into it.
There's so much emotion into Nirvana.
But
like if you
see,
you're
not
like,
wrong.
If you listen to Nirvana, that's all anger. It's just angry emotion of like distress
and
and
it's
like
just like he picks 3 chords and he strums them and that's it. There's no leads. There's no.
Oh my
like,
God!
No,
yes, there is.
No, I'm
okay.
sorry.
Go in your car.
From a musical standpoint,
go in your car.
Understand it.
Listen to a full Nirvana album, then talk to me and tell me.
To?
Yes, I'm telling you. Like that's the problem. People look at
like if
smells.
I listen to one,
people look at Smells Like Teen Spirit and they're like, "Oh, this is what killed grunge." I mean, Kurt Cobain.
No, that song's amazing.
Okay, but that's the song they hate on. Like, oh, you like Nirvana? Oh, it Smells Like Teen Spirit. Oh, name 3 songs. Blah blah blah. There are so many good songs from Nirvana that people don't even know about.
Sure.
And like, it enrages me because there would be half of the music that we hear today wouldn't be here.
Absolutely. They were definitely.
There would be no
Blink-182 of the grunge era.
There would be no Offspring. There would be no Sum 41.
The discussion is: are they overrated?
No, they're not.
Okay.
They're not overrated.
When I say grunge, you say
is dead.
No, you said it earlier. Nirvana. To me, that's like one of the telltale signs. You're like who's the first band that comes to your mind?
Well, it's like saying
regard.
It's like you
same
can't
with
say
Metallica.
That's a
same
bad.
with AC/DC.
That's actually like a really bad thing. That's a bad case to prove because like if you say the greatest musician of all time, you would say automatically 90% of the people I think would say the Beatles.
And overrated.
I don't think the Beatles are overrated.
They're 100% overrated.
No,
I
they're
love
not.
the Beatles. I love the Beatles.
I don't
But
understand.
like they're on every T-shirt and mug, and you could literally buy a Beatles anything.
Right.
I've also seen Paul McCartney. That was incredible.
Did you cry?
Yeah, almost.
I bet.
Because I was like, there's a fucking legend standing in front of me.
Literally, that is a legend.
Like that's like next to Jesus Christ. I mean, like,
right.
It doesn't get much closer than that. You know what I'm saying? Right. I saw the pearly gates that day. But I'm saying, as an avid fan and a lover of all things music, I would have to say the Beatles are overrated.
I will never say the Beatles are overrated, and I will never say Nirvana is overrated.
And that's okay, because this is America, where we're allowed to sit in a basement with 2 microphones
and have this
on an underproduced podcast and have our opinions that no one's listening to.
Right. What do you got next? You got anything else for me?
Yeah, I think the last one on my list here is Tool.
Tool. I don't really know Tool.
All right. Well, this is not going to go well then because I think they're overrated. But it's for like the same reason that like I don't know, that the music confuses me. There's too many emotions that go into it. 1 minute he's sad, next minute he's angry, next minute he's fucking happy. Like it's just like, and you feel it all. And
okay.
It's just, and maybe that's what people like about it.
So it's just the emotions are too high.
Yeah, for as
it's
wild,
like Inside Out.
yeah. For as wild as the music is, and I don't know. I just don't know. It's one of them gut deals. I don't have it in me to even know how or why. It's just I know what. I don't know. Again, I don't know.
Is Tool? I mean, I've heard of Tool. Is it a band or is it a person?
No, it's a band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've heard of them, but I don't think I've ever heard their music.
I know you have.
Probably, but
it's
not like
there's the Pot. There's.
I'll have to listen to them.
Yeah, we'll jam out after this. And
I
will listen to it. It's like I have some Tool music. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're mixed in there. It was a part of an era in high school.
Right.
But like the way people get about Tool
is like crazy,
and how overrated they're like, oh my God, did you see they were playing?
Right.
I kind of don't care.
Yeah.
It's just kind of what it is. I'm like, I don't care.
You're like, I don't care and I don't want to care. Yeah. So
and it's very hard for me to like a band. I don't mean to do that. See, it's not about liking them.
Right.
When a vocalist doesn't know how to play an instrument, it kind of fucks with me. I don't know why.
Okay, so you don't consider them the musician then?
No, yeah, I do because your voice is your instrument. But
right.
like when you can't play a fucking instrument, it's like where are you getting your shit from? Like where are you deriving your notes? Where are you finding your melodies? Where are you finding your harmonies. Like, how do you know anything?
Now, do you look at it on retrospect as like, well, maybe they're even more talented because they don't know how to play a music?
Sure, that's probably just my ignorant ass saying stuff.
No, I'm just asking.
I'm
genuinely like picking your brain about it.
No, I don't know. And as a musician, it's just like I feel like I don't know.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
What do you want from
No,
me?
I don't know. I'm genuinely asking. So I have 3 bonus.
3 bonus?
Yeah.
All right, then I have a bonus.
Okay, so one is Rush.
That was my bonus. I got to know why, though.
I just think Rush is terrible.
Right. Again,
long.
I tried to make it where it's like, yo, this isn't personal, but it's like,
it's
for what you do, I don't know why people like that.
Right.
I watched a video the other day of Geddy Lee singing, and I was just like, oh, my God. Like, someone's just got this guy's balls in a vice, and I don't know why there's a following for. Obviously, there's Neil Peart. Everyone.
Right.
But as a drummer, also, the most overrated drummer in my book is Neil Peart.
There you go.
Was he amazing?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, completely. But the second you talk to anybody about their fucking favorite drummer, it's Neil Peart off the tongue 9 times out of 10.
Really?
And it's just, oh yeah, as a drummer to drummer talk.
Right.
If I was talking to another drummer, I swear to God, 9 out of 10 times.
Who's your favorite drummer?
My favorite drummer? Oh my God. It's a straight, and they don't even make sense. It's a straight 3-way tie, 4-way tie. Oh, my God. Yeah, no. And there's probably some bands you don't listen to.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go with the ones you probably listen to. Chris Adler from Lamb of God. He's not in there anymore. Lars Ulrich from Metallica, and I'll get shit for that. And Vinnie Paul from Pantera, and he's gone. He's dead. So it's like, those were like top 3 always. I have all 3 of their signature snare drums upstairs in my curio cabinet.
There you go.
Like, those were the guys for
those
me.
are the
They
big
were
guys.
they've influenced my playing. Like my playing style is like kind of rooted around them.
Gotcha.
But like, Peart was just too, and maybe it was just my dumb brain. It was way too intricate for me. Like, and it just never. I'm like, how do people follow this?
Yeah.
Like, what are your other 2 bonus ones?
The Killers.
You think they're overrated?
Yeah, I do. I think the Killers are still like super popular, and they shouldn't
are.
be.
Oh, but their music's awesome.
They're good music, but I just think it's like a cult following that's like, they're not really culty.
No, I feel like it kind of goes with the Jack Skellington gloves.
Yeah, it's
like of that. It's
it's
My
very
Chemical
hot
Romance.
topic.
Oh,
very like, oh yeah, I like the guys that wear eyeliner and stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know, I like the Killers.
Yeah.
Like, When You Were Young, that's a great song.
The one that I've been obsessed with is like, it's called like My Friend Jenny or something.
Oh yeah,
the fucking bass line in that song.
Yes, I know.
Insane.
I remember that song. But yeah, I think they're a little bit overrated. And my last one is Blink-182.
As overrated, I can totally see that.
Yeah,
I can totally see. Now, where do you put them though? Because growing up, it was always like alternative, like punk. Like what? I mean, where do they sleep in your head?
I consider like all those bands like Blink-182, Sum 41, the Offspring, those bands. I consider those like 2000s rock.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I always thought it was like categorized as alternative or punk alternative or alternative.
See, I don't
punk
think they're punk. Like I don't.
No,
think
because punk is like rancid. And
punk
fucking,
is like like what I like.
Dead Kennedys.
Dead Kennedys, Sex
the
Pistols, the
Ramones.
Ramones, like that.
Oh, I forgot about the Ramones.
I thought it was. I was so right.
No, I have a bonus to pick with you. It's the Ramones.
No way.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Slobs Anonymous. That's about all the time we have today.
We're still friends.
We're still friends. We shook on it. I'm over here taping up my wounds. It'll all be fine. But yes, thank you so much for joining us again. We do this for you guys, so make sure you're coming back every week.
Yes.
But along with that, make sure you're bringing us your goddamn slob stories. We'd like to call out you fucking slobs. I do have a slob story that I can give about myself next week if we don't get
fun.
one.
Let's hear it.
I've been just waiting, I guess, to tell this one. But,
you forgot today?
I was not about to debase myself that way. I just wasn't doing it.
Let us know on Instagram what your top 3.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Bands?
Yeah, I want to know people's responses.
Overrated bands. What do you got?
Top
and
3.
Who offended you today? Because I know we did. But yeah, if you're not already following us on Instagram, go over there and click that follow button. And look at all of our dumb shit and comment on our stuff, and tell us to go fuck ourselves, and
like, share, comment.
Tell us anything you'd like to put on the air. Your slob stories, some comments, whatever. If you don't have Instagram, go ahead and send us an email at the email to slobsanonymous@gmail.com, and we'll be sure to read anything and everything you have to send us. Next week, we're going to be talking about social media.
Ooh,
a sort of comparative narrative of the days before, the days of its conception, just to
how
see
it was the ruination.
How it's the worst. It's the absolute worst. So we'll be talking about that next week. Be sure to join us for that. But until then, if you're not having fun,
you got to make your own.
That's right. You got to make your own. We'll see you next week on a brand new episode of Slobs Anonymous
with Joey C and KB. Rock on.
Don't. Just, no. Mad at you.
Nirvana and Ramones are so
No.
I don't like that what is that stuff? That one I was telling you about?
Oh, dubstep?
Dubstep. That's one genre of music I just don't like.
Dubstep's overrated?
Yeah, I do. But I don't get it. So maybe it's just too smart for me. Yeah,
I'll have to show you some dubstep.
I don't feel any of that.
Some blah, blah, blah.
It scares me, kind of. Like, I don't know if it's like a touch of the tiz that it scares me, but I'm like, there's just too much happening. These loud noises are scaring me.
These bleeps and blops and...
Yeah.